As a national coordinator for CORDUSA, it is my great pleasure to start a presentation prepared by students from our CMLA Center who had an amazing volunteering and learning experience during the Siruvani service trip from December 18th through 31st last year. For this service trip, total 13 students were selected from all over USA, 7 from CMLA, 3 from CM Austin, 2 from CM Houston, and 1 from CM Portland. 3 wonderful chaperones from Portland, Austin, and New York were also selected to join the group. And one of the chaperones, Neera Parat, was actually a past service trip participant. So she came back to give back to the community. Please enjoy the presentation. Here we go.
Swamiji, Acharya Mahadevanji, teachers, parents, and friends. My name is Gayatri Mukhi, and I'm an 11th grader here at CMLA. This past winter, I had the opportunity to serve my community through CORDUSA for 2 weeks in Siruvani, India. We participated in multiple activities from toilet building to playing and learning from the local kids. We learned many things like the importance of humility and gratitude. We also learned the beauty of human connection, because even though we didn't have many shared experiences nor the local language, we were still able to connect and learn from these people.
Are you speaking into the mic?
Yes.
Loud.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
Okay.
Loud.
But most importantly, I think we learned that Seva isn't some intangible concept, but rather something that has the power to transform lives. In this photo, you'll see the 13 kids, the chaperones, and the core workers. On the very left, you'll see Dr. Miraji, who opened the Siruvani Court Center in 2006 and has impacted thousands of people because of the scalable and sustainable nature of the work. In the following slides, we'll talk about their work and the activities we participated in.
My name is Veda. Many people living in rural areas in India do not have toilets within their properties due to social stigmas, tradition, and the sheer cost of getting a toilet built. As part of our core trip, we helped build 2 of these toilets, as the lack of toilet is a very serious hygiene problem for elderly people as well as physically handicapped people. And so we helped build 2 of these toilets, and it was a very big learning experience for us, as the people who were building the toilets, the construction workers, taught us a lot about patience, especially as we were not as good as them, obviously, and they slowed down their work a lot, but they remained patient and they taught us very well on how to build the toilets.
Hariom, my name is Jay. I'm a 10th grader. Yeah. Sorry. Hariom, my name is Jay. I'm a 10th grader. I think for me, and I think for a lot of us, one of the most inspiring parts about the trip was going to the Mihila Mandos. What is Mihila Mando? When I went there, I didn't know what it was. What it is, it's a place that CORD makes where they bring a lot of women together and they really give them a purpose. A lot of them have aspirations and they really want to do stuff. They want to start businesses, making agarbatti, soap, bread, and other stuff, but they can't because of financial challenges and other things. So Dr. Miraji and all of CORD really helps them develop their ideas and really grow as people. She helps them figure out what vaccines to take, what government funding they can get from the government, and she really helps them. And what was really inspiring to I think all of us, what we talked about, was seeing Dr. Miraji. She works with around 1,000 different rural villages, but she knows every single villager's name, she knows something about them, and she can have a meaningful conversation with them. And it's really inspiring to see someone lead a place like that and being willing to commit their life to helping the community and just the world.
Hi, my name is Ishan. I'm a junior here at CMLA. One thing that all of us that went to Siruvani this December can agree on is the fun interactions that we had with the kids that we met on the trip. we went with kids from all ages, you know, from preschool to high school, and we even visited some of the government schools that these children attend in these villages. In one of the villages we visited, we saw the local balabihar that the kids go to, and we even played fun games with the children, and we gave them these little kits that had, you know, notebooks, pencils, erasers, candy, and toys. It was very eye-opening for all of us to see the lives of these children and to get to know them better and to get to spend time with them.
Hariyo, my name's Above Madashedi. I'm a 10th grader here. So I'm here to talk about the cord-centered medicine. So as you can see in that first and second slide, that's us packing medicines for some of the villagers we encountered that dealt with anemia and hypertension from a younger age than usual because of the vitamin deficiencies that they had. So we were able to pack medicine for them that they didn't have access to because of their rural areas, and then we were able to distribute to them. In that third slide, you can see us dealing with a patient that had a stroke throughout and he was paralyzed on his entire left side because he was chewing tobacco from a young age. So what we were able to do is sit down with some of these kids from ages 6 to 7 and teach them the negative effects of tobacco to try to stop them, this generational habit of chewing tobacco, which would definitely elongate their lives in the long run.
Hari Om, my name is Abhishek Das, and I'm an 11th grader here. And in our CORDUSA trip, we visited several organic farms here in Tamil Nadu. And there was like overall amazing techniques that people used. And the most unique part was that each farm had their own way of doing things, and there was no copy and paste on what techniques they used. For example, we visited two farms. One of them decided to plow or till their soil, and another one didn't. The farm that did not plow their soil, they decided to specialize in coconuts, and they basically used compost piles, which is shown in the middle of the slide, in order to fertilize their soil. While the ones that did plow their soil, they basically decided to rotate the amount of times they planted different crops to help it stay nutritious. And they also specialized in products such as passion fruit. Overall, it was very insightful to learn all the different ways they decide to give premium quality products, and it was very insightful.
Hariom, my name is Neha Jha, and I'm an 11th grader here and who attended the core trip this winter. While we were in Siruvani, we also had the opportunity of visiting several different tribal villages alongside Dr. Miraji. And as teenagers who have lived relatively sheltered lives, I think we can all agree that going and seeing those villages and those rural areas was very eye-opening and enlightening. A lot of these areas don't have access to medical care and information, or the same information that we have access to in our schools. And a lot of that information we take for granted. So for example, part of Dr. Miraji's work is to help give all of the villagers vaccines for common diseases that are part of that area, and then also building clinics to help and aid with this distribution of information on consumption of alcohol and tobacco. Seeing Dr. Miraji and the core groups work to help these tribal villages was very inspiring, and I think I can speak for everyone who went on this trip when we want to help her and continue to help her from here in her mission to help those areas.
During this trip, we also started a fundraiser to buy solar-powered lamps for the villagers. In these areas, many children drop out of school early to work with their parents as they have chores to do during the day and they don't have electricity to work during the night. And so we hope that these lanterns will allow rural students to be able to continue their studies and help any other recipients throughout their lives. If you wish to help by donating, I think Darshan Uncle will be able to give you the link in the dining hall later.
Another large part of our trip was sightseeing and then also satsangs with Swamiji. Thanks to our amazing chaperones and the global CHIC coordinators who were also in Siruvani at the time, we were able to attend some of Swamiji Swarupananda's lectures. Before the lectures, there was actually about half an hour of bhajans that we all thoroughly enjoyed. There was lots of singing, lots of dancing. The older students were definitely like encouraging us to get up and sing and dance, and it was very fun. And then after, we had the lectures with Swami Siruvani, and he was covering the Ramayana, so stories that we've all heard in Balvihar as little children. But he was giving us new meanings to them, and I think they were targeted towards like an older group, so because the Global Chick is for college students. But I think it was also very beneficial to us as high school students who were about to graduate, because we were able to apply those lessons on the new journey that we're going to be taking as soon as we graduate. And it was a very important time, and it was one of the biggest takeaways that I took away from this trip.
Overall, we want to thank everyone for this opportunity. For every student that went to India, there were countless hours that went to logistics, and so many supportive parents, teachers, volunteers, etc. that helped us get there.
Although it was the 13 of us and 3 chaperones that went to the U.S., representing our respective Chinmaya missions, so much more went into assuring the trip and the service could happen.
And we want to give a special thanks to our Swamijis for the opportunity to go to India and serve, and for their guidance.
We want to thank the CORDUSA directors, Shubhanti and Vijayanti. We also want to thank Darshan Uncle, all of the CORDUSA national coordinators who helped make this trip possible, and Shubha Uncle for traveling with us on our trip.
We want to especially thank our parents who were there with us every step of the way. And we also want to thank the chaperones that took the time out of their break and would come with us on this trip.
Yeah, I think we also want to thank the cord workers at Siruvani who really were patient with us, that were really kind, and they helped us like see the true beauty of the area and the work that we were doing.
I know we keep coming back to this, but this was truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and experience. I highly encourage everyone that is interested and able to go to definitely go. This is, like I said, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We all came back from those 2 weeks as much better people, students, and members of our community.
Thank you, students. You all make us proud. Thank you, Swamiji and Mahadevanji, for supporting our kids. CORDUSA has planned another summer service trip, as you know. Interested students and parents, please contact me in the dining hall, or you can email me at losangeles@cordusa.org. I would like to thank our AV team, Krishnan and Satyaji, for helping us with this beautiful presentation. I would also like to thank all past CMLA chaperones who have helped our kids for service trips, especially Shwetaji, who has been a tremendous mentor for the student, and she has been a past chaperone. Thank you very much. Hari Om.